Hello and welcome to day one of your Bird of Paradise series. The Bird of Paradise pose requires length in the backs of the legs as well as the inner legs. It requires mobility in great range of motion in the shoulders. And it also requires strength in the legs and the hips because it is a standing balance pose. So, our practice today is going to target the inner legs specifically. So, we're going to start in tabletop pose, blocks to the front short side of the yoga mat, and you can place your blanket across the center of your mat. Coming to all fours, knees underneath of the hips, spread the fingers wide. We'll begin with a few cat-cow. So as you breathe in, you're going to let your belly start to tip down toward the floor, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, activating the hands down, drawing the tailbone under, and arcing and rounding through your spine. Inhale, release the belly, lift up through the heart. And exhale, press the hands, take the tailbone under, round through the spine. One more time that way. Breathe in, let the belly release, lift up through the heart. Exhale, press the hands, take the tailbone under, arc and round through the spine. Inhale, momentarily come to neutral. We're going to add in some movement here to target the inner legs. So you're going to breathe in, let the belly release down toward the floor. And as you exhale, you're going to press the left ball of the foot into the mat to lift the left knee. You're going to start to swing the left knee open as you bring the hips toward your right heel. And then you're going to inhale and come back up, allowing that left knee to come down. You can tip your belly again, lift up through your heart. We're going to do it on the right side. So press the right ball of the foot, lift the knee, swing the knee open, and then start to shift the hips toward the left heel. Let's do that again. Inhale, come back up to the center, release the right knee down, release the belly. Exhale, press the left ball of the foot into the mat. Lift the knee, start to swing the knee open as you move the hips back. Inhale, come to the center, release the left knee, release the belly. Exhale, press the right ball of the foot into the mat, lift the knee, start to swing it open, and then start to send the hips toward the left heel. Inhale as you come back to the center, releasing your right knee. Take your left leg, extend it out to the left so you have the gate legs. You may need to adjust your hands slightly forward and then just begin these gate rocks. So you'll send your hips toward almost like you're moving to child's pose, and then you'll rock your hips out. So you can feel a little stronger opening now through the inner legs. The next time that the hips end up in that child's pose position, see if it's okay to momentarily hold there. Draw your chin in slightly toward the chest. Take your gaze down toward the floor. And then just take a few rounds of breath. Okay, on your next inhale, let the hips come up. We'll switch sides. So bring your left knee down. We're going to take the right leg open, gate leg, second side, and then begin to rock the hips. You're going to send the hips toward the left heel and then rocking the hips back up. Creating a fluid and smooth motion with the body as the hips rock. Okay, the next time that the hips rock toward the left heel, again, see if it's okay to pause If you need to continue to move the body, that's fine. Keep pulsing in and out of the stretch. Otherwise, pause and take a few moments to just sit with the breath. On your next inhalation, rock the hips up, lower the right knee down to the yoga mat tabletop pose. Breathe in, release the belly down to the floor, lift up through the heart. Exhale, draw the belly button into the spine, press the balls of the feet into the mat, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Begin to walk out through your knees, pedaling out through the feet. Deep inhalation and exhalation. Okay, we're going to take the gaze forward to that space between the hands, slowly walking the feet forward, coming into the forward fold. As you come into the forward fold, let your hands come to the blocks or to your shin bones. Inhale, lift through the belly, reach out through the crown of the head. And then exhale as you bow the body into the legs. One more time. Inhale, lift through the belly. Reach out through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees, circle sweep your arms, reverse your swan dive. Rising up, exhale, prayer hands coming together, and then drawing your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep your arms, reach them up by the sides of the face. Exhale, prayer hands coming together, bend your knees and fold your body forward over your legs. Now, as you're inhaling, lift through the belly, reach out long through the crown of the head. We're going to step the left foot back in preparation for warrior two. So you can always bring your blocks with you for a little extra height if you wish. You're going to spin that back left heel down to the mat. Then we're going to inhale and cartwheel the left arm around. Shoulders align over the hips and the right arm also lifts so that the arms are now parallel to the floor. So you're going to inhale and sweep your arms up by the sides of your face. And as you exhale, you're going to be straightening the right knee, sweeping the arms back open, letting the hands land over your heart. We're going to do that flow a few times. You're going to inhale, bend the right knee, sweep the arms open all the way up long by the ears. Exhale, straighten the right knee and bring the hands back to the heart space. Again, inhale, circle sweep. Fingertips lengthen up toward the sky. And then exhale, hands come back to the heart. Inhale, circle sweep the arms. Bend the right knee, pause here. You're going to allow your left hand to come down toward your left thigh as you arc the body into reverse warrior. Pausing, creating strength in the right leg, the right hip through this flexion of the right knee. Also, you can feel that opening across the inner leg lines. Inhale, send both arms up long by the sides of your face. And exhale, let the right knee straighten as the arms come down, hands to heart center. So we're going to swivel the feet, turn the right toes to face the long side of the mat, turn your left toes to face the back short side, allow your left knee to bend over your ankle, sweep your arms open, stretching the arms up and along the sides of the face. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, straighten your left knee, sweep the arms back down, prayer hands to the heart. Inhale, bend the left knee, the arms go open and up. Exhale, straighten the knee, bring the prayer hands back to the heart. Inhale, bend the left knee and sweep the arms up. Exhale, straighten the left knee, hands coming to the heart. Inhale, bend the left knee, sweep the arms open and up, pausing now. You're going to exhale, take your right hand to your right thigh as you arc the body into the reverse warrior. Feeling really light with the right hand as it connects to the thigh. Open through your left ribs as you reach your left knee toward that back short side of the mat. Inhale as you come up through the center. Fingertips reach up to the sky. Exhale, open the arms, prayer hands to the heart, swivel the left toes. All 10 toes face the long side of the mat, and then we're going to spin the heels in and spin the toes out. Let the hands come down onto the thighs momentarily. Let your knees bend just a little bit deeper. And then we're going to let the hands come back up to the heart center. We're going to do just some baby pulsing here. So the hips might dip down a little bit more. Partially come out of that goddess squat. Relax your shoulders. Let your hips dip a little lower. And then press and rise up. Okay, just another few times. Okay, and we're going to start to straighten the knees all the way. Turn the 10 toes to face the long side of the mat again. Take the hands to the hips, wrapping those thumbs back toward the low back. Draw the elbow points together. Lift up through the heart and open up through the front of the body. Anchor the heels of the hands a bit into the low back region as the tailbone draws down. Now, as you start to exhale, you're going to start to come forward, reaching the crown of the head forward. As your body becomes about parallel to the floor, we'll release the hands underneath of the shoulders. Now, we're going to end up spinning the heels in and spinning the toes out because we're going to do some ninja squat flowing from side to side. So you can walk your hands toward the left foot, bend your left knee, and you can rock onto your right heel. Okay, so you're going to have the heels spinning in, toes spinning out. And then you're going to slide your hips to the right leg. As that right knee begins to bend, you'll shift onto the left heel. And then we'll just slide the hips from side to side. A few more times, just this gliding motion of the hips from right to left. Okay, so as the hips go toward the front short side of the mat, we're going to end up walking the hands around to frame the right foot, end up spinning off of that back left heel. Now here's where we're going to end up taking the blocks off to the side so that we can step the right foot back into downward facing dog. You can take a moment, just pedal out through the knees and the feet. Take an inhalation, shift the weight into the left ball of the foot. Inhale, send your right heel up into downward facing dog split. Allow your right knee to bend so that you can take twisted three-leg dog. Feel from your pubic bone all the way up to the belly button, this almost like you're zipping up so that you stay toned in the abdominal region, a connection to the center of the body. Take your next exhale. Allow your right foot to come down. Inhale, send the left heel up toward the sky. Bend your left knee. Revolved three-leg dog. Draw a line of energy from the pubic bone to the belly button. Engage and connect to the center of the body. Release and relax your eyes. Exhale as you lower the left foot down. Take a deep inhalation here, and as you exhale, let your knees come down, tabletop. Okay, so we're going to use a block. We're going to bring one block on its lowest side so that we can rest the right forearm on the yoga block. So this will build a little bit of strength in the upper body as we take this position, but we're going to target the outer hips for balance poses. So you're going to take your left hand, you can move it open. Mine usually lands off the edge of the mat. Ground into your left knee. Or ground into your right knee rather. Keep your left knee bent. You're going to inhale, take the bent left knee open to the side, targeting the left hip. The right hip also stabilizes though, so you may feel it in your right hip. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, float the left leg up to the side. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left knee opens to the side. Exhale, lower down. Last one on this side. Inhale, lift the left knee open to the side. And exhale, lower the knee. Come up onto the hands because we're going to switch the block around to the left forearm. So you're going to move the block to the left side. Come down onto the left forearm. Take your right hand, move it open. Okay, draw your low front ribs in and reach out through the crown of the head. Ground into the left knee. Inhale, right bent knee lifts open to the side. And then exhale as the knee comes down. Inhale, right knee opens. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the right knee open. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, lower the knee. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, lower the right knee down. Good. Coming back up onto all fours. You can move the block to the front. All right, let's walk the hands just a couple inches forward so that we can tip the hips forward into a modified plank position. So as I come to this position, I usually love to float the feet and cross at the ankles and calves. This engages up through the inner legs and through the pelvic floor, which also help to stabilize standing balance poses. But it also tends to make the body just feel a little bit more almost like buoyant or light. We're going to do just a couple push-ups here. So as you exhale, let your elbows begin to bend just a few inches. And then as you inhale, press down and lift back up. As you exhale, let the elbows bend a couple inches. Inhale, press back up. As you exhale, let your elbows bend. Inhale, press up. 2 more times. Exhale, let your elbows bend. Inhale, press up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, uncross. You can let your hips start to settle back into extended child's pose. Start to release the belly toward the thighs. Eventually letting your hands start to slide in so you can create a little pillow for your forehead. Stack your palms, stack your fists. Just maybe let your forehead rest on your stacked palms or your stacked fists. Take a deep inhalation. Notice the expansion across the ribs on the back body. Exhale, sigh it out. Okay. We're going to come back up through all fours. We're going to send the legs around to the front short side of the yoga mat. All right, so I'm going to turn to face you, and you can either turn to face the long side of your mat or you can stay facing the front short side. Sometimes people like to face the long side of the mat so they can keep their heels on the mat. You're going to fold that blanket up so that you can sit right on the edge of it. We're going to take the left leg open and bend the right knee. So we're going to side tilt over this left leg to create greater length in the inner leg. So you're going to inhale once you're here, reach up through your fingertips. And you're going to exhale, let the left hand come over to the floor as you let your body arc over. Now, the left hand roots down while the right arm reaches, but the right hand can always come to the top of the shoulder. It could even come down to the hip. So any issues with the shoulders, please feel free to adjust that top arm. Good. Take another inhale, another exhale. Inhale, lightly pressing off that bottom left hand, starting to come up. Let the weight go into both hands momentarily. Bend the knees, point them up to the sky. Feet are nice and wide. Take a couple windshield wiper twists here. Okay, right leg extending open. Left knee is going to bend. Sit up nice and tall. Hips right on the edge of the blanket helps the pelvis roll slightly forward so that you are able to maintain the curvature of your spine. Take a breath in. Let your fingertips reach up so you feel just all this length. Your body, the torso light as you reach your fingertips up. Right hand coming down to the floor, reaching and arcing over. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale right into the top left ribs. Okay, inhale, lightly pressing off that bottom right hand, coming back up to the center. Let your hands come down and back behind you as you bend both knees. Point the knees up to the ceiling and then just take that sway of your legs from side to side. Okay, one more little movement here for the inner legs. We're going to take both legs open in this wide angle position. You're going to take your hands back behind you and you want to press into your fingerprints so that you feel real light as you lift up. Now, for many people, this is actually enough right here without even walking the hands forward. So I'd like to invite you the possibility to just stay here, right? Creating length in the inner legs, reaching up through the crown of the head. So if you prefer, you can walk the hands forward if it ends up working for your body, and you can start to shift the body a little bit forward. So it's a good place to notice the backs of the knees. Sometimes I get lots of sensation there. So if that's the case, you might bend your knees a little bit to kind of inch your heels in. I always think of these like spider legs. You could kind of inch the heels in and you could lean forward in this way. So it really is going to depend on how much sensation you're getting in the backs of the knees. And if the sensation is strong, you might consider that version of the pose. Draw your chin in. Everything has symbolism in yoga. So as the legs are in this wide angle position, you can just think about widening the perspective of the mind, being able to see sort of that from that vantage point, almost like the peak of the mountain. The mind spacious and expansive. Relax through your eyes, relax through your jaw. Right, so you're going to press the hands down and start to come back up. Going to walk the hands in. We're going to lean the weight back into the hands so that we can come into that simple cross leg position. So start to bring the legs back in. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let your prayer hands come down into the heart and then back down onto the thighs, palms facing upward to the sky. Closing the eyes momentarily as we relax through the shoulders, root through the legs and pelvis. At the same time, tethering the crown of the head upward to the sky. Take another deep breath in and out. And then allow your hands to connect prayer at your heart. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Namaste.